Now we will start the program with Deanne telling us a story, a 2 to 3 minute story. Yeah.
So it was back in 1984, and I was doing my first cross-country flight with my instructor. And this is back, long before we had the GPS in the electronic form. We used to navigate, by dead reckoning and compass and looking at the ground of where we were. So my job before the flight was to plot the course, to pick up the phone, which had the little cord, and file the flight plan with the FAA. And then we get in the plane, we start going. And I had my headings, I had everything laid out on paper, all sketched out. And as we're flying, we're a couple hours into it, we're going from Phoenix up to Bullhead City, which is on the kind of the border of Nevada and Arizona. And as we're flying up, easily an hour, maybe more into it, my instructor says, okay, so where are we right now? And I looked at my chart. I said, well, we should be right here. We should be right here. He says, well, how do you know for sure? So we start picking out some landmarks, like, okay, yeah, I see that mountain, that's here. I see that, okay, that's here. And it's like, yeah, but I would have expected it to be there, not here. And I'm just kind of plotting it out on the paper thinking, okay, something's not quite right. And then he takes the yoke and he just dips the wing over and he says, look down. And I look down and there's this massive, just perfect circular, like a hole, and it was a crater. And he says, what's that? And I went, well, that's weird. That looks like some crater of some sort, like, not sure. And he says, see if you can find that on the chart. And it took me a few minutes, and it's not like you pull over. So you have to look around and make sure there's no traffic and, set your course. Looking at the chart, and I think, oh, that's Meteor Crater. That is where a crater fell, I don't know how many years ago, and hit the earth and created this formation. And I thought, well, that's not on my line. So why are we over Meteor Crater? And he starts laughing. And this is really common, not just in flying, certainly with students, but in life in general, because we go along expecting we're here and we expect to get there, and we have our path and we chart our course, but we don't often take notice of where we are along the way, and to just check in to see how things are, how we're doing, to be sure we're really on course, because we can easily get circumvented so many times in life. And yeah, so it's called course corrections. You need to do these check-ins every so often, and that comes down to every one of us, whether you're learning to fly or just going through life and maintaining your health and checking in. Are you on course? Do you want to be a healthy 60, 70, 80-year-old? So take some time and go back inside and do some checking and do some course corrections to make sure you stay on course. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.